Good morning, beautiful. I got a channel message. The story is there, but it is not a part of me. I see a vision of a woman stepping out of her story like a pair of pajamas and standing instead in the nude, appreciating who she truly is at her core, without all of the judgments, influences of the world around her. We are all free now to undress all these conditioned ideas and thoughts of ourselves and the world. We are free to reinvent the way we see the world and experience it. Be brave enough to strip away what isn't aligned with the version of you you'd like to become. The ultimate vision you've had for your life since you were a child. So this is so beautiful. This is for anybody who wants to reinvent themselves, who have had a dream since they were a child, but allowed maybe the world around them to talk them out of it, or to tell them that they weren't special enough, or that they weren't going to make it. Anybody who felt like they had a bigger vision for their life than the world around them was allowing them to see for themselves. Rewrite that story. Rewrite your story. If you've had a story, a hard life, full of trauma and difficulty, allow yourself to rewrite that story now. It's kind of like picking something up and putting it on. 111. Thank you, Spirit, when I looked up. We pick up our story, we put it on, and we let it weigh us down. If you've had a lot of trauma, child abuse, poverty, if you've experienced a lot of bullying or aggression on your life, you might have just put it on like a cloak and just worn this heavy weight throughout your life. Now it's time to take it off. Feel what you feel like without this heavy story weighing you down, without this old narrative of who you are, of what you're capable of what you've been through and where you're heading, okay? Because it's all a story. It doesn't mean it's not real. It just means it's not you. You are not your story. You are you. Who are you without the baggage of your story? And some of you might not know, because some of you identify so heavily with the story of your life. But remember that we are souls, and when we come here, we have no story from the past. And when we leave, we have no story. The story doesn't come with us. We are a continuous thread, like a filament through time. And our lifetimes are just these moments in between, a filament of time, of energy. And those of us who've experienced a lot of lifetimes know this. We're not our story. That means that we're not our gender, we're not our bodies, we're not whatever's happened to our bodies. Don't let these storylines tear you down, take you down, make you feel like you're not capable of reaching for the stars and accomplishing whatever it is that you came here to accomplish. Because I guarantee you, your story is not enough to stop you unless you allow it to. And some of us have gotten in our head with it. Some of us are allowing it to overrule our life, helping us see it through the lens of a victim. But you're not a victim. Remember this. We all signed up for this life. We signed up to come here and experience everything we came here to experience, to become the versions of us that we are meant to be. And if you're anything like me, you came here with a purpose. You came here to teach and lead and guide, and that means that you had to build a certain amount of strength and resilience in order to fulfill that role. Thus, your soul signed up to live life on hard. Okay, and I know this won't resonate for all of you, but regardless of whether you've had a really hard life and overcome a lot, we all have stories. We all tell stories, and we all identify in some way with our story. Whether it was what happened to us last month, last year, 10 years, 20 years, 40 years ago, it doesn't really matter. You're not your story. You are whatever you want. You are whatever you have the bravery to be, the courage to be, the courage to become. And nobody gets to dictate your story but you. So this is supposed to be liberating. It's not supposed to make you feel heavy and dense. The heavy and denseness is the story, still wrapped around you like a shawl. Take it off. Shake it off. And see who you are without it. Because you're probably going to discover that you like yourself a whole lot more. And it doesn't mean you disown It doesn't mean you disown where you came from. You get to take that part with you. That's the part that gets you to connect with all these different people that shared a version of your story. A lot of you resonate with me because you understand what I've been through. You feel it in a way in your own life because you can connect and relate to it. But it's not me. My story is not me, and your story is not you. We are free now to take them off and explore this new realm of possibility, of quantum shifts. When we take off this cloak of heaviness and we realize that we can align with any timeline we want, that quantum shifting means that we can pretty much go anywhere at any time as long as we feel light enough, feel free enough, have faith, enough faith, enough hope, enough courage to just jump blindly into this new life that is yours. I have no idea if any of that just made sense because I channel while I'm doing these videos, but all I know is that I can feel the essence and energy, and it's powerful. Your soul wants you to plug into that energy. Kind of let it permeate your system. Let it move through you. Let it have a reaction, a positive reaction, but it might bring up some negative things too. That's what happens when we heal. We get triggered, and then the triggering helps us heal. But oftentimes people get stuck in the trigger. They either run or they lash out. They reject the person, the messenger. Whether it's something physical in their life, a thing, a story, or a person like me delivering the message. So don't reject the messenger. Don't reject your story either. This isn't about pushing it down or pretending it doesn't exist. This is about making peace with it, recognizing it for what it is, which is that, a story. It's not real. It's not you. It's not who you are. It's definitely not who you came here to be. So with that, hope that helped. I love you. If you're in Ashland, Oregon, and you want to work with me privately, I offer tarot readings and mentorship, basically diving into self-love, healing trauma, channeling your guides to help you break free of any chains that might be holding you down right now. I'm also hosting a class about self-love and intimacy on February 26th here in Ashland, Oregon. I'll put the link in the description box. And lastly, I'm hosting a Zoom Live on February 22nd at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'll put that in the description box as well. My website is sacredmuseproject.com. You can check this all out there as well. I fucking love you. Keep going, okay? I'm going to show you the snow outside because I'm being guided to. Let's see if my camera will... Oh, that was not graceful, but it's fucking beautiful. Hopefully it was worth it. I love you. And you're beautiful. I'll see you next time.